Hello. Here we are sitting here at the drive-thru at Schlotzsky's. No, Schlotzsky's. Yeah. And I wanted to tell you a story that a new friend of mine named Leon told me today about his motorcycle accident. And it's something I wanted to remember, so I thought the easiest way to do it would be to record what he said. So I'm going to do my best to remember it. It's not going to be perfect, but this is going to give you the rough version of what exactly happened. I wish I could have got him to actually tell it.
Because I haven't heard it yet.
No, Sonia hadn't heard it yet. Okay, so basically here's the way it happened.
How did it happen?
Leon and his wife were about 45 years old.
Okay.
Maybe a little older. And they were driving down a country road on their motorcycle, their Harley. And he thought that it was a dog up on the bank, and they were only going like 20-30 miles per hour because there's kind of a turn. Well, right before they got there, it was a deer. The deer jumped straight out in front of them.
I always get scared of that when you and I are riding on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I say it often, you know that.
Right.
I love riding with you, but I get scared, especially on Singer Road, because we have actually spotted deer several times.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? I'm getting scared.
You have to be very careful. Okay. Well, what happened is when the deer jumped out, he put down his foot, and it caused him to veer off the road, and they went off a little embankment, and it was kind of kudzu, some trees, and a few things. And I asked him if he passed out. He said no, but he remembers tumbling. And as he tumbled, he ended up stopping, and then he realizes what's happened. And a tree, small tree, was laid across his leg, pinning him down because the other side of the tree was the motorcycle was laying on it, and he could not get up. And this is probably, give or take, 5 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Or maybe 4. I'll explain why in a second. Why I said that. Okay. All of a sudden, he realizes he's trying to get up and he can't get up. And his first thought is his wife.
Where was she?
He starts hollering for his wife.
She's not there with him.
She don't answer. She's with him. He starts hollering for his wife for about 10 minutes.
Not 10 minutes.
Hollering for her. He cannot get up. He's struggling. His femur is broken in 3 places. He's laying there, and
she doesn't respond at all.
He's screaming. He's hollering. About 10 minutes later.
That's a long time.
That's a
really,
long time.
10 minutes?
Oh, yeah, you can tell this guy's accurate.
Okay.
About 10 minutes later, he hears her groan, and he's thinking, she's alive. She's alive. Okay. He's laying there. He can't get up. He can't communicate with her. He just hears her groaning. He lays there for 4 to 5 hours.
No
joke. He said he hollered until his voice wouldn't holler anymore. 4 to 5 hours. He said it was the worst thing in the world.
Did he have like on a watch, and that's how he knew how long it was?
He knew what time he was riding, and it was about to get dark.
Okay.
All of a sudden, he heard some dogs barking. Well, everyone on the dogs, guess what? They happened to see what it was barking at. They went and they found him. Right before dark.
Wife, was she alive?
His wife was over there. She was alive. She broke about 3 of her vertebrae.
So she couldn't move?
They thought...
And she couldn't scream loud enough for him to hear her?
He didn't explain real close what happened during that 4 or 5 hours.
This is horrible.
I know. He didn't go into detail about that. But, okay, so they put him in... The ambulance came. They put him on the board. They put his neck... They thought his neck was broken.
It wasn't?
They didn't have helmets on. Of course, his neck. Nothing
we
wrong
never
with
wear helmets.
Nothing wrong with it.
How many people always fault you and me?
I know.
Me and you for not wearing helmets.
That's right, but there's nothing wrong with his neck or his head or anything.
Thank goodness.
Anyway, so they was around Oconee, South Carolina. So they take him into the hospital, and they say there's nothing they could do for him. They didn't know what to do. They took him straight to Greenville Hospital. And he said they stayed there all night long. He said he was still on the board they put him on till the next morning. He said, but let me tell you something that's wild.
What?
He said he didn't feel any pain. No pain whatsoever. No pain.
That's actually a little bit scary.
It's scary, but
I'm serious.
but-
it's fantastic, but it's scary
it's scary, but
because it can mean something bad.
Well-
if you can't feel it.
what it is, you can't feel it. But what happened? So anyway, they ended up putting a pin in his leg, and it was a terrible pin. They put actually literally in the femur. And
He
could,
broke it in 3 places.
places. They could feel-
the femur.
he could
That's a
feel-
huge.
He could feel the screws they put through it, big long screws they put through it, with this thing inside the femur.
No wonder you wanted to tell me this
But
story.
anyway, here's the thing. He said that was his first and last motorcycle wreck. He said he will never be in another one. He's not riding anymore.
He's never
but-
been on one again.
No, he don't ride.
I don't blame
anymore.
him.
No, I don't either.
I
Not at all.
don't blame him.
You know what? I really don't either. Not at all.
Even though I love riding,
And it was a deer.
You know how much I
know, but
love
it was
riding.
it was a deer.
Ah,
It was something that was,
okay,
and that
how
was
many,
only.
okay. How many times do you think that I have said something to you about go slowly
I know.
through here because
I know.
it's dusk
And-
we have seen deer several times? How many times you think? A lot.
A lot, but I believe you. But anyway, that's the story.
Man,
I'll go ahead and
are
finish
you
this
trying
up.
to make me not want to ride with you
No,
again?
not even a little bit. But here's the thing. That was a story that I really wished I could have got my new friend Leon to tell, because he said that 10 minutes was the worst thing in his whole life of not knowing if his wife was alive.
But even after he hurt her, he still couldn't get to her for 4 hours.
4 or 5
Oh
hours.
my goodness!
4 or 5.
How could you do that? What would you do?
I don't know. He said he tried to pull on his leg. He would try to pull. He didn't know his femur was broken. He could not get off of this motorcycle, out from under this tree that was laid over his
terrible
leg.
story.
But the good thing is,
Thank the Lord that your friend Leon lived to tell about it.
Leon. This was in 2002. Leon is 60 now.
So 14 years ago.
Yeah, and
My
they're
goodness.
doing good, and he's still married to her, and they're
And
apparently.
she's good though. She was all right.
I didn't ask him a lot of questions about that, but I feel like she
Goodness.
is, because he seems to really love her a lot. Anyway, we're getting ready to go up to the drive-through. So listen, enjoy life, enjoy every minute that you have,
Yes.
and we will see you another time.
God bless you.
God bless you.